Restoring Muscles and Strength. William Hovey Smith, 2025. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And we are on our bicycle today. That is our stationary bike in my library, and we are about to start exercising again. I am now going to change what I've been doing for the past 5 years. I've been under care of doctors at the VA and elsewhere, and have been taking a series of meds, and whilst they have undoubtedly extended my life, they have also had some deleterious effects. I have been steadily losing weight over the past decade. I once weighed a maximum of about 180 pounds, and now I'm down to 132 pounds. I'm taking the same medications, go to see the doctor, they can find nothing wrong, as they say there's nothing organic wrong, and we had a practical test of that. I just got through with the NRA show in Atlanta, and we took a walker and we walked 3 miles in one day in an hour and a half or so. And I had no heart complications. I had some minor joint pain, nothing unusual, which passed. And my muscles did not get sore, they got tired. And there is a difference between soreness and tiredness. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, when you age, you probably will. So, my previous treatments were doing me no good, at least in that regard. I'm losing strength, I'm losing agility, and I'm losing my sense of balance. My frame, from the waist up, as you'll see later, is almost skeletal. Yeah, you can see my ribs. I don't have any fat around the belly at all, or very little, and so needed to change. So I went and saw a friend of mine, and he had been taking some yogurt treatments, and he put a particular bacteria to line your gut, and he said that he had increased his muscle strength enormously, and that not only that, he was growing hair back on his chest where he'd lost it before, and his sex life was better than it ever had been. Well, so far as the last is concerned, I'm afraid mine is gone and went. But so far as the rest, yeah, I need to build muscle mass back. And the regime I'm on right now is obviously not doing it. If it hadn't worked in a decade, it's not going to work now. So, what Dr. Davis has found and recommended in his book is that we have lost bacteria in the gut, and consequently we need to replace them. So he has you make up a special yogurt and inoculate it, and to replace that in your gut. He also has you change your diet considerably, and this includes cutting out all wheat products, including breads, wheat breads, and pastas. Well, for a bread eater and a pasta eater, that is sort of a sacrifice. But if I can get 10 years more out of this body that I'm going to get now, well, so much the better. So, okay, we started doing that. And then we ran across Dr. George Grant, who has a somewhat similar program, being a health guru, large number of followings, and in fact we will do a video together. But now Dr. Grant has another set of regimes Same sort of dietary stuff. You cut out wheat stuff. Both of them absolutely agree on that. And he goes with a alkaline system to restore body health. And he says he has had some remarkable results, including people who were actually in hospice care, facing amputations and death, that he actually, through his treatment, improved their condition so that they are now living yet, some years later, and did not have to have the amputations and are now getting around with canes and walkers, but at least getting around. Very, very definite improvement. What he claims is that this regime, with exercise, will build muscle mass, improve blood circulation, improve your sex life, and improve cognitive abilities, all of which are very favorable. I have no desire to live to be great age and spend that immobile in bed. That is not my objective. I want to be mobile. I want to be active. I want to continue my writings. I want to do my stuff. I want to go out there and kill some turkeys. But the body gets in the way sometimes when you get older. So we are going to seriously investigate this regime over the next year. And I'm going to try in particular to see if I can improve my health so when I go to conventions or go elsewhere or go to do public speaking, that we can get that done. Now, on the book front, we have had another crisis. And this is my book, Using AI to Make Your Own Job Anytime, Anywhere, at Any Age. And they sent me the final copy before it was to be printed. And I looked through it, and, on the copyright pages, the ISBNs were missing. Well, that's vital in a book. Why they weren't there, I do not know. So that disappointed me. So, it checked off, report that. Look down through the manuscript, see if the last dozen or 15 changes I had been made. They had, but found one other error in a title. The fonts were different on one word in the title, so we got that correct. And then we went to the index. The index said words, and the index said things appeared on page 176. That book has 156 pages, not 176 pages. They had used an older version of the index that I'd already edited and corrected and plugged it in. Well, that was disappointing because I had already gone through and corrected that once. I did not want to go through and correct it again. Doing an index is an aggravating, hair-pulling kind of thing. So, we reported that. And a few hours later, we came back, and they came back with finally a corrected version. So we now have the correct version going to the printer. Good. So that should be out in perhaps a week, or maybe 2 weeks, perhaps 3 weeks, but soon. And it will be available for pre-purchase on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and elsewhere, coming up very, very shortly. So I'll continue looking for the book. His cover, as you have seen, is very distinctive. And when it appears, you'll know about it. And I recommend you get the book. Coincidentally, in the book, now I really advocate the same kinds of things that these good doctors recommend. In that, the human body needs exercise. It needs a proper diet. and it needs intellectual and spiritual and mental consuls. And they all recommend these things too. So we're working on the same vein, although from different angles. And the biogut thing, and the dietary restrictions, and perhaps these pills will do some good, and we certainly hope so. I'm already feeling some beneficial effects from taking the culture I got from our friend in yogurt. My skin is now supple, it's soft, it's not scaly and dry as it was, which indicates that blood circulation is improving. So that's good, and all that happened for me in a single night. I'm not saying anybody else might react that way, but it seems to work, and so we're going to follow through with these good doctors and see if we can make some real difference in our strength and agility and balance. My first episode on the bike was 15 minutes. Not very much. Surprisingly, my knees started to ache. Now, I could feel my heartbeat come up, and my feet were starting to slip off the pedals, which is usually a sign that my legs are getting tired. And so that's okay. 15 minutes is a start. The trick is to do it every day. You didn't hear it, but the whippoorwill just called. The predecessor to dawn. So this is what I'm going to do for the next some time. I will greet the day with exercise here in my office. And that's how I'm going to start it. While I'm on the bike, I'm going to sort of plan out my day mentally. That'll give me something to do. I can listen to the latest reading of my own book, for example, while I'm doing this, and accomplish some good things whilst exercising. And I recommend the same thing to you. Have a regular schedule, do it every day, and you will see definite improvements. If you have to start slow, start slow. You'll build up in time, as you will see me do. So that's what I have for you for the moment. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time. So that's it for now. Now you'll hear more from me on this health front as over the next year. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.